to help them create a toolkit that they can use, the go-to phrases, the resources that are going to give them confidence to sell their product without having to resort to sleazy tactics. And that's the without sleaze bit is, and sleaze is a chili scale. Some people are quite comfortable being that little bit more assertive and pushy.
If you don't know your business beyond a cursory level, it could potentially be lumped in with a lot of other companies that do similar things. So I have two questions for you. Let's say you go to and it's probably less common these days because of COVID and whatnot, but there was a time when conferences were somewhat big, in person.
Conference?
Yeah.
Like with real people.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, now you'd have to wear like a spacesuit and just like.
The goldfish bowl on your head.
Yeah. So, and you know how it is with conferences. You go by the booth and you get like a brochure, right? And maybe the person reads it, maybe they don't. If they do, they probably read the front page.
Yeah.
So I have two questions for you. What would you like to tell my listeners, the audience, if the person kept reading, or if they were willing to go to a stage where they listened to what Sarah and her husband does for an hour? What would you like to communicate or articulate that is there? What's the secret sauce? What's the magic that you bring that you feel really sets you apart most?
I think it's providing. So I'm very much around, I'm not into the scripts idea. I'm not into making people robotic. I don't want people to leave training or leave sessions with me and feel like they've got to be me. It's empowering people to be themselves and to communicate in their own style to help them create genuine, lasting relationships with their ideal clients. So, the insights that you've got that you can get from with your magic stuff is, you've got that insight and it's people using those insights, using that communication. I think it said as one of the comments, the reiteration of sort of saying back in that person's language, it's that sort of awareness. It's you being you, but with an awareness of what you need to do in order to help that person and move that sales forwards. So I'm very much around generating your own toolkit. So the kind of plus point but restriction with what I do is that it's very difficult to help people with their business without speaking to them on a one-to-one basis and understanding a bit more about them and their ideal client to help them create a toolkit that they can use, the go-to phrases, the resources that are going to give them confidence to sell their product without having to resort to sleazy tactics. And that's the without sleaze bit is, and sleaze is a chili scale. Some people are quite comfortable being that little bit more assertive and pushy. Other people will be like, wow, that is just way too much. And the thing is it's finding it's an appreciation that you don't have to be everything to everyone. There is enough business out there. There's enough opportunity out there, particularly when you're a service-based person. You want to attract the people that you can truly help and that you can work and connect with. And so by being yourself, but people really struggle. They kind of, and I've seen it, I've gone out on field visits and I've seen people be themselves and they're nice and they're normal. And then they go into sales mode and they're like, they've totally switched. The posture and everything has changed. And it's like, actually, it's how to be yourself and continue to be yourself, even during that sales process, appreciate what it is, but have those skills and those tools so that, you can draw on them when you need to. So, you've got only a finite number of needs that people that, you can help with. So it's understanding the go-to phrases you would use to do that. It's equipping yourself beforehand. So it's not sort of by the seat of your pants. You're prepared. You know what's potentially going to come up. You've got the phrases. It's not awkward. You've got objections that come up. They come up on a regular basis. Obviously, you're always going to get weird and obscure ones. But the regular ones, you're prepared for it. You know what to do. You know how to help that person succinctly understand. You've got the metaphors there. You've got comparisons. You've got data. And then you can help move that person along, so that's no longer a barrier to them getting that solution that you're able to provide.
Yeah, yeah.